My dear comrades, I am Admiral Andre, and I greet you again. Yes, it has been a very long time since we last spoke, but I have been well in general, and I hope the same for you. Let us reintroduce ourselves to this channel by just playing something fun. Let's not make our reintroductions too lengthy, shall we? So, 2 days ago I discovered this game. It's called the Cepheus Protocol, and I've been having great fun with it, and I thought this would be something nice to play for the channel and just to have some fun, you know? Of course, we will return to Kerbal in time, but I think this is also a nice bit of variety. And I think, of course, it's very, as they say, apropos for the times in which we live, seeing as this is a game about zombies and infections spreading all over the place. And, of course, we are very familiar with that all over the world today. So I thought a good way to do this, there's a few videos about this game on YouTube. That's also actually how I discovered it. But before that, I never heard of this game. And I thought, you know, it's always good to have a little bit of extra exposure because it seems extremely promising. It is early access, but I think already their roadmap, which you can see, I think, on their Steam page. I don't know if it's on this website. I saw it on one of the pages. But anyway, it's actually really well thought out. So I think if it's actioned properly, it will be an amazing game for 2020 and beyond. So I thought a good thing to do, no one else is doing this, so let's have a look at the actual background of the story. That's always where I like to begin with anything. I want to know the context in which we are operating. So I thought, let us have a look at this. I saw this on the website and I want to share it with you. So this, the story so far. In 1998, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You can read it here. It's just this part here, these few paragraphs. But basically, a meteorite was discovered in Antarctica by Chinese researchers. Interesting choice, eh? Of course, without needing to explain. We know why. So at any rate, they found this meteorite. It's older than the solar system. They called it Pangu, and then they researched this thing and they found some biological material inside it. Then, after treating it with water and radiation, they found that it was actually still alive, the matter inside. And then, of course, the Chinese army became involved, wanting to extract the material to cultivate it as a weapon. They say here it's being used as a weapon. By the mid-2000s, that's their research that they were doing. But they needed to do a test to see if it actually can be a viable weapon. So that's how our story begins. So they basically put this virus on a cargo ship called the Voyager Dawn, which was beached in Half Moon Bay in California after a week and a half at sea. And then Chelsey Trader, she is basically the villain of the story. She finds this ship on a walk along the beach, and also that there's a body there. And the man was still alive. Obviously, he was infected intentionally by the Chinese army. And he tried to warn her, but of course it was hopeless, and she became infected as she tried to help him, and he died anyway. So that's the background there. Now what happens? If we click here, we see now this Chelsey Trader. She is known in the game as Patient Zero, so she's the one spreading the infection. We can also see she's a critical care nurse, which I think is also very interesting because, as we know, unfortunately today with the COVID thing, so many healthcare professionals are getting infected. So I think if that's probably a kind of highlighting of that fact, or at least it takes inspiration from it. So they just describe her background there. She has anxiety, self-esteem, mental abuse. I think it's interesting to give some flavor to the character. So she's not just evil, you know. But anyway, she was visiting her grandmother. She went to the beach, and then that's when she caught the virus from this dying man on the beach. I don't know what happened to the rest of the ship. I'm sure a lot of other infections would come from that, because surely the Coast Guard would go to investigate. But anyway, maybe that's for another time. So then basically she gave a police statement. She returned home to San Francisco and reported for work. Then she became violently ill, and she was sent home. Now, since we know she's a nurse, she already infected dozens of patients. So it's actually the other way around than in the real world, where it's the patients infecting the healthcare professionals. But anyway, the virus was mutating in her body, so it became more refined there. That's why she's patient 0. And then she was sent home. Parents pestered her, and she flew into a fit of rage and murdered them. And then she disappeared into the interior of Treasure Island. And obviously from there, the virus spreads. So I started playing the game. I think I have 3 saves already. But I didn't know it was a real place. And if we just have a look, we'll see that Treasure Island is actually a real place. And if we have a look at you see, it actually looks exactly like the thing in the game. At least the satellite image. I'm not sure if it's a proper recreation. I don't think so. Obviously, you have to take liberties for gameplay purposes. But this general layout looks the same. Of course, they did add a bridge right here just to give some gameplay value for another choke point there. So it's just really interesting. I didn't know that. But anyway, let's get into the game, comrades, and we'll see how we go from there. Right, comrades, here we are. So you can see all of the build and release information in the top right there. I'll just bring the volume down a little, but I'll do that in the editing as well. So at the moment we have a few options here. The pandemic mode is kind of the main game mode. The horde mode I haven't tried yet. That seems quite difficult. But I'll certainly try that a bit later. But they also have a plan to do a kind of campaign with story missions. And here you can see actually that's where she became infected, on the beach right there. So it's actually a good screen to open the game with. But let's go to pandemic mode. Of course we know that word today very well. I already have most of the slots filled. This is my current game at the moment. I'm on day 12 already, but it's on easy. On normal, so-called normal, this is an extremely difficult game. I don't think we'll do that, especially for just having to talk and explain things as well. We're gonna be killed so quick if I do that. So I'll start on game slot 4. There's 4 letters in tube, so I'll remember YouTube is 4. And then we get to choose recruit mode or director's cut. So recruit mode is how you basically are supposed to learn the game. I'm not going to do the tutorial. I know how to play. You do get reduced spawn rates, and the hordes are reduced as well. At the director's cut level, it almost seems like the hordes are the norm. You only get like 2-minute breaks from the horde attacks, and by the time they take over most of the island, those attacks keep coming all the time. So I think let's do recruit. It'll be challenging enough. And I'll say no tutorial. As other YouTubers have done, they let the intro play, so I'll also do that so that you can get a bit more context of the game, and then we will begin.
Captain Winter, the Cepheus Protocol has been enacted in San Francisco. Whatever is happening there is happening fast. I need you and your squad on the ground ASAP. Your priority is to establish a base of operations. You'll have several facilities at your disposal. Each structure will be airlifted to your location and placed where you desire. Each structure has a different function, such as calling reinforcements and research. Make sure to diversify your squad as you need to combat the outbreak and study the virus. Each unit is unique and has different roles and abilities you want to utilize. For example, use scientists to collect samples, machine gunners to lock down an area, or your advanced cloaking field if given you, Captain, to escape if needed. It is vital to take the fight to the infected. but it's equally important to defend your base by constructing walls, turrets, and other defenses. You must explore the island and destroy pods. We know the infected are coming from these things, which are cropping up all over the place. We've experienced that infected in the surrounding area will defend these pods aggressively, so make sure to use thermal imaging to both find the pods and determine the whereabouts of the infected. At your call is air support such as ammunition, which can be dropped on your location in the field, or carpet bombing if you're being overwhelmed. It should be noted we've identified several new and more powerful types of infected. We theorize the virus is somehow mutating groups of infected into something new and more powerful, so be cautious when engaging them. When possible, recapture control points across the island which have already been overrun. This will make resupplying while in the field quicker. Make sure you ready yourself for any possibility. Protect your base from attack, as the infected have actively been seeking out fortified positions before your arrival. We believe there is a central host that is transmitting the virus. This Patient Zero, as we have identified her, appears to be moving from block to block, attacking and infecting anyone she comes into contact with. Earlier attempts to capture her for study have failed, as the virus has infected her in ways we couldn't have thought possible. So your protocol is to find a way to destroy her before she's infected the entire island, and the virus spreads beyond containment. The crisis on the ground is changing by the minute. I know I can count on you to bring the situation under control. General Spears, out.
Right, comrades, here we are. Let us go into slow motion immediately. I'll skip the tutorial, I don't want to see that. And in this mode the game is going very slowly, so we can take some time to think. Actually, we haven't even seen any infected yet. That's interesting. Maybe I'll let it play just a moment longer. Yes, then we get this screen. It's basically like a mini tutorial. You can just escape out of it. And like that, and now we go slow motion. Right, so now we see two sites of infection. The first one is here in Point Hill, which is clearly a housing estate. I'm sure this is where Chelsey Trader lives. This must be where the infection started to take hold, and when she was sent back home. That's why we see this point here. And then, of course, the main site of infection is the hospital, the Treasure Island Memorial Hospital. So this is from where she's now spreading. We can also see this is a unique block. I noticed this when I was taking over half of the island already in that previous save of mine. This block cannot be captured. And that's basically to give the zombies a chance to kind of recoup themselves and so on. If you take it, then obviously they can just take it back. Most of the other blocks can all be captured. If we just use an example, here's Braddock Parkway. So we can clearly see the border of this. It's pretty much a rectangle, more or less. And this is the control point. So all you have to do to keep this block here, or this district of the city, is you have to keep this control point. So that's why it's a good idea to block it off, put machine guns on it and so on, because they can run around, but if they don't control that point, then they don't get the benefit of this block. The same for us, and that's how we get our money. And that's also how we can protect the civilians from getting infected. So you see here's 1,000 people unaffected by the whole thing. But as soon as the Patient Zero takes over that block, she'll start drawing from that population and of course converting them to infected. So that's bad in two ways. Of course, it's bad for the civilians getting infected, but it's also bad for us, because then there's a lot of enemy, you can almost say troops, to attack us. Now at the moment we have 14,746 civilians and 254 infected. Of course, we're not counted as part of the population, but that's just something to keep an eye on. The other thing I've noticed, every time you reload a save, the population blocks of the blocks actually respawns. So even if it's all emptied out, because it's all been infected and you've killed them all, they'll just respawn again when you reload the game. So that makes an interesting experience, but I don't think it's necessarily bad at the moment, because it just gives a bit more challenge. So I think that's basically the thing. if we just have a look here again, the biggest population is concentrated here in the north of the island, because this is the central city area, as we also saw on that satellite image. I'm just bringing the sound down a little bit more just for me. And so this is a critical thing. The more she takes over of this area, the more the infection will spread. Luckily we have 2 choke points, the bridge of course, which they added. And if you're wondering, as I did, how do these ships get out to sea if there's a bridge here, you see they have the cables here, so it obviously raises itself up. Just things I like it to make sense, you know. Then here's a little peninsula, or I suppose this would be an isthmus, always struggle to say that word, connecting the 2 parts of the island. But the very first goal for us on this level of difficulty, on the high level it's basically impossible, they start spreading far too quickly. But what we can do right now is we just run straight for this Point Hill housing estate, clear it out. There's also an infection here, if I just use the F4 thermal view, right there. And this is another thing, every time you reload the game this will respawn again. There's another one in the Memorial Parkway, Memorial Heights here, that also keeps respawning, but they don't produce units as far as I could see, if you reload anyway, but it's still good to wipe them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to run straight through all of this, and we're going to set ourselves up right there at this choke point. And then I want a second team to be produced. We're going to have to put up a base. But the thing is, as I've discovered, it's not a good idea generally to put your base here, especially at the higher difficulty level, because this area doesn't actually generate you any income. This is just a normal block. What you really want to do is put your base on a choke point or control point like this, block the whole thing off, put all your buildings in here, because you anyway want to defend your base, so you automatically also defend the control point, and that guarantees that you will always have an income, that you have the medical van there, that you have infinite ammo reload as well, and it's generally just more sensible. So I think what we're going to do right now, we have an engineer already. I just put them all on group 1. We're going to run to the Gold Cove here, which is completely unaffected at the moment. Possibly this is where we'll put up our first base. I think so. Let's do it. Alright, ready to go? Go. Lengthy introduction, but again, I like things to make sense. So we're not going to waste our time with this area. I tried that with a normal, so-called normal difficulty, and yes, it was bad because there was no income and all of that. You do get some money for killing the enemy, especially the more difficult ones. There's also bounties on some of them, but it's not generally the main way that you get your funding. Alright, you can run please, we know it's safe. So our main character is Adrian Winter here. There's also a bio of her on that website. I didn't go through that, but she is our main person, as you heard in the briefing. They also addressed Captain Winter. If she dies, the game is over. So she's our equivalent of Patient Zero, basically. Right, so I think let's capture this point. You see, bad things have already happened here, but there's no infected running around. I suppose they're building those mounds or pods somewhere. Right, we're going to capture this, and then I'm going to leave the engineer behind, and the others are going to have to run, and they're going to have to run fast to this point right here. It's safe. Go, 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 go. We're just going to have to strike them before they can set up on this whole southern part of the island. But for now, we just want to set up our headquarters, and the CERC stands for the Center of Epidemic Research and Eradication Control, something. Control, I think. Research and Control. Anyway, let's put this thing up. And we'll swap it around like that. She can put it up here. Jody White. Of course, everyone has a name here. Oh, thought that's machine gun fire. It's actually just the helicopter. Everything is brought in from outside. Right, so that's our main building there. Then I want a generator. And then we just check up on our people. Now there's one. So I think we'll just go in here quickly and eradicate that one. Right. Now they'll start swarming. Obviously they hear the gunfire. It's daytime luckily, so that means they're a little less active and we can also see them better. Really the thing for us, I think let's just run straight to the pod. Don't stop until we get there because I can use the carpet bombing against it. Don't stop, just keep running. Oh, good grief, someone is infected. That's not good. We're gonna have to run back to the base. But that's how we cure them as well. You just get them to a medical facility. Now I don't know who was infected, so that's another problem. Just keep doing this. It costs a lot of money at the beginning, relatively, because we don't have a lot. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. Yeah, I think let's go back quickly. This is gonna go bad, I think. I just want to prevent that one person from turning now. Okay, this person should be on Delta team. Delta team is my kind of general team for building and science and all of that. I'll just say group 4. Okay, I have to put the sound up again.
Moving out.
Their pathfinding isn't the greatest. Sometimes they'll get stuck on things, so you just have to keep an eye on that.
We'll be done.
Just want to get them back to the medical tent or van. So when you capture a place like this, you have to click on the main point there. Just unlock the medical truck and the ammo truck. Then you'll have access to that. So I think this is why it's also good to make your base here.
As you order.
Come on. Luckily we've dealt with a 1. As long as we can just wipe them out here and then get to this point as quickly as possible.
At your command.
We should have been done with the barracks already. Hey, quickly before someone turns. Okay, the barracks I'll put up back here. You can really zoom in on this. I like it. It's a good thing you can get up close but also quite far out. Right, so we've cured them. Just get to that ammo truck and then we run back again. It's just really a thing we have to hurry now because otherwise they'll get a strong foothold here in the south. Right, so assault troops are the mainstay at the moment, so we'll just do that. I'm not going to give them any training. You can give them extra training time to increase their veterancy, but right now we don't have the time. So you go to beta team, beta. Right, so 4 of them, that should do for now. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them to this point. Run. And then I also give them a number. So even though they're in a group like the Alpha group or Alpha team, Beta team, Gamma team and so on, you can still give them normal control groups, which you see on the bottom here, just for selecting them quickly. Right, I think we're also going to need a few more on Alpha.
Moving there. Give me orders.
There, use all the money if you have to. Go, 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 go,
As you
go.
order.
Run.
It's time to act. What are your orders?
Right, so we don't have money for the carpet bombing. Now it's gonna get ugly a little bit. Luckily they haven't truly entrenched themselves here. the mounds or the pods keep getting bigger as they drag more bodies onto it, and then of course it's harder to destroy. Don't let them touch you. Right, Alpha Team, the assault people can also throw grenades. It's a really good idea for dealing with these pods. Come on. Right, so now there should be a small wave coming out of that. Have you dealt with it? I assume they have. No, they have not. So do I, but we still push on. Right, everyone is here now from Team 1, and we're just gonna capture this place. And they are eradicated from this area. So we can see there's some population that have been killed now because they were infected, but we still have 328 left. So we can save quite a number of them. Right, deal with this please. Grenades are your friend, but save them for now. Right. Those pods don't actually generate infected as far as I could see. Right, they'll deal with that, then they'll lock down that crossing there. We've taken this area, and now as far as I know the entire south is clear. So Group 1 now has to go to the bridge, and then Engineer has to build what exactly? What's the time now? It's starting to get dark. It's just about 6 o'clock. We can put a light down. Lights are obviously useful for seeing where the enemy is, but I think it's also good just for us as the player to also see, because you can see it's really dark at night, which is sensible. Now they're launching a counter-attack, so I just need everyone to get into position. Line formation right here, Treasure Island.
I've got this under control.
Now we can see here there's horde activity happening at the moment. That means they're sending out runners or infected basically to conquer your areas. Not that they won't necessarily do that during non-horde times, it's just this is when it's the height of the activity, and of course it's also night, and night is when they are most active. Now let's just see, they all have enough ammo at the moment. You can tell them to reload like Brett Robinson there, just to be prepared. I'll drop an ammo crate there if needed. Just need to make sure we can hold this area. F4, right, there's one. That's probably a special one that has a bounty on it. Usually if they stand alone like this, it's a bounty one. But I want to see if we cannot dig ourselves into Frontier Station to protect the bridge. Right. Now that light doesn't have a generator, so it's fine. We'll just put one here. Never mind all the dead bodies lying all over the place. But yes, it is the way it is. We can also get a scientist. I think we'll wait on that for now. We need more assault troops. So I'll get 2 more for Alpha Team. And 8 is the max for any team. And then I'll get nothing more for the other team because there's nothing left. Saber Harbor has been taken over. Now it wasn't, as far as I could see, a bounty one. But they're close, they're right here. So this is a problem, we're gonna have to keep pushing forward. So attack move. And that automatically cancels run. So they can just walk. If they run, they can't fire as well. Time for some coffee. And you can see there the troops have a limited vision, so if someone is running up from behind, they're not going to see that. which is again very realistic, so I like that feature. Now, because it's horde activity, we'll have a non-stop stream coming here. Or, well, it stopped. Maybe it's the end of the horde now, but there's one coming through here.
On the go.
Oh dear, that one is just running straight through. That's not good.
On the go.
I think our engineer is going to have to hold this point for now. Now you can see the light and the shadows. And this game is running on maximum graphics and it has absolutely no problem whatsoever. So it's again a very good thing. There is that one.
Ready to go.
No. Alright, it was a low level one, so it's not a problem. And Jodie White was not infected. Right, this is gonna be our point right here.
Moving out.
And again, it's a good idea to make your stands at these kind of points where there's a medical van and an ammo van as well.
Something is moving out there.
And just upgrade that. So now we can have healing and ammo and everything that we want.
I'm ready.
Right, so where are you?
Give me orders.
At the moment we can't build machine gun turrets yet. We have to upgrade our main base to phase 2, which costs 20,000. But I can get another engineer for the... I always put them on Delta, just so they don't move together with the normal troops. And this will be for the second point.
As you order.
Now that it's not a horde time, I think, and it's, well, it's still night time. Let's just have a look. Might be a good idea to start pushing forward to take that area as well. You have to be quite aggressive to... Why are you standing there? That's not wise.
I've got this under control.
Just step back so we can refill our ammo.
It will be
Right.
done.
Just gonna have some coffee quickly. Right, I'm back. Continue.
I'm at your command.
And I think let us continue. You don't have to tell them to attack move when they're just walking. Then they will automatically do that.
I'm ready.
Why was that? Oh my goodness. That's not good. Gamma team. Somehow they snuck through here.
On station. I'll handle it. I have a bad
They're
feeling
attacking
about
the
this.
facilities here.
Give
Come
me
on,
orders.
don't just look at them. Right.
As you command.
Is that it? I wonder where those ones came from. And what is this? That's another one. Now what?
At your command.
That's a difficult one. I think let's get a few more on Gamma Team. And
As you wish. Ready to go.
As you
that'll
command.
do. And just get there and run. And you will run.
Waiting is
Moving
under
there.
attack.
And then you, F4, you get there. This must be a bounty, because that you can see is not a low level one. It looks quite not sick, you know, it's mutated. Right, we have to keep moving forward, bomb that area, and you can only bomb when you're near Captain Winter. And the second one, I think our engineer is moving with us actually, yes. Right, the more areas we capture, the faster the money will come in. And then we can upgrade to level 2. So we get $80 for this area. The highest value area is Memorial Heights, 125. Because it's quite central and it's very difficult to hold.
Moving out. Team is under attack.
Right, you deal with this. And we got a bounty of 5,000, so that's a good thing. And I think actually I'll well, we can move them here for now. Then I'll reshuffle them a little. For now the engineer can build us a generator. So one generator can power 3 turrets eventually. And it seems like an unlimited number of lights and gates and things like that. But for now I just want to make sure that we... Oh, we can't capture this area yet because there's another pod here.
Your base is under attack.
Right, you're gonna have to move here.
Done.
Our base was under attack. No, not sure why. Oh, where are these coming from? Hey, that is not good. You have to listen to your announcements.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So do I.
As you wish.
Really have to keep an eye on things. Okay, let's just do a quick sweep of the whole south area after we just look at this. Right. Now obviously our energy is limited for the thermal scan, otherwise we could just spam it the whole time. And it's gone. Now I don't know what this area is right here. You can see it's locked. I think they're still working on that. But it must be that they're just slipping through the breach there, obviously, because it's unattended right now. Trigger alarm. No, don't do that.
What are your orders?
Should we?
I'm
Go,
at
go,
your
go, go,
command.
go, go, run. I never noticed that before. They'll obviously be attracted to that.
Orders.
Which was maybe a stupid thing to do right now, but here we are.
I think I see something.
That must be a terrifying sight.
Enemy sighted.
Okay, now we can get this area. Now I need you to run back to the point. You can see it's orange now. Right, so they've dug in more here at the resort. That's a problem. There's a lot of people there. I think we may actually need to... Well, we're close to the phase 2, so I think we'll wait for that, then we'll reinforce the bridge there. I don't want them sneaking through the whole time. You can run, please.
Fall in.
Then at least we'll save another 1100 people. I haven't seen actual civilians on the map yet. I don't think they are physically represented. But later on in the game development, it seems like they will add civilian groups and infected groups and so on. And oh, there's patient 0.
Target is down. Awaiting
But I don't think we can kill her. She'll just run away. We need shredder shredder
I'm at your command.
ammo for that. But you see what she was doing? She was trying to get this area. Too late. Too late. Too late for you. Now we can of course upgrade the facilities, get everyone healed, make sure there's no infections. And then run back to the ammo van. I see some of the people are actually out of ammo.
It will be done.
But this was a good thing. Now we have the southern part of the northern island locked down, and that is a really good thing. It's a good staging ground for the rest of the attack. Of course, we still have to lock down some of the areas in the south as well. But maybe we should do that. Don't want to leave the base unattended, but I guess we're going to do that for now. I can get another engineer, just random Delta team again.
Moving there.
just to begin repairing the things. We will have casualties. I don't think we've had a casualty yet, which is amazing, but anyway. Right, I need that money. Now I'm wondering if it's not worth pushing into this area. Let's try it. It's risky. I haven't done this much of a risky move before. But if we can get a full-on foothold in Memorial Heights early in the game and hold that, then it gives us a staging ground for the whole rest of the map. You see, it's really centralized in the north. And it gives us a lot of money, even if we lose everything else.
Done. It will be done.
Right, we're gonna do the risk. There's gonna be a horde soon, so I think it's maybe not a good idea, but if we can just break some of their pods.
I've got this under control.
Okay, zap them.
Target.
She's in the Treasure Island area, which is down there. Now we have access to quick transport across the island. But only to certain areas. Right, I need you to... no, let's push forward to that area, but do go as shoot as you go. This is dangerous. Risky business.
Give me orders.
We're gonna have a look at the map itself a bit later, you know, the actual detail that went into the whole thing. But right now I just need to aggressively get rid of this area here. They are launching a counterattack. Don't get separated. You are the most valuable character. We're gonna stay right here for a moment. Right, push on into the Memorial Heights. I think that was the last one. And 6 seconds, 5. I don't know if we'll be able to hold everything that we've taken so quickly, but nevertheless.
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
Your away team is under attack.
There she is again! No! Run! And immediately get the facilities online and get yourselves healed up. And we have Memorial Heights, can you believe it? Just like that. Yes, I know it's the easy level difficulty, but I've never done this so quickly before.
I've got this under control.
Right, capture the ammo, get the ammo, and now I need to start upgrading to phase 2, please. Escalate to phase 2, and then I need you to run up to the previous points that we've taken and just try and reinforce them. And I need a lot of you to just get to the... Is it a good idea to get here? Yes, just get here. Do we have an engineer here? Yes, we do.
On station.
And we're gonna lock off this area. Medical truck at Sabre Harbor was damaged. That means they're here in the middle. Right, you're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to get there now. Now. Not the engineer.
Away team is under attack.
As you wish.
Not the engineer.
Moving out.
I'm not gonna... See, immediately they set up mounts or pods.
A unit has been killed. On station.
Someone has been killed, an engineer. Must have been the one I sent there. No, there she still is, or he. Uh-oh, it must be here in the middle.
It's time to act.
I don't know where this engineer was killed now. It's not this one.
I'll handle it. I have a bad feeling
Right,
about
machine
this.
guns. Take it back immediately. Get yourselves into formation and capture the thing. Yay.
As you order.
I know there's a lot of samples all over the place that we should be getting, but I save that until we get entrenched. They're gonna run at us anyway, so there's going to be lots of bodies. Right, the first turret is done here. I think 2 here would be okay. Normally for your base it's not gonna be enough, you need a lot of them. They've taken Frontier Station back, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
On station.
Right, you're gonna hide right there. We'll send the rest of the team. It's still horde activity, which is not a good idea, but I think we have to do this.
Moving out.
It will be done.
And she's spreading all over the place right now. Why are you just looking at that one?
Fall in.
It's like they were having negotiations or something. Come on.
As you wish. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey. Okay, you get back here. This area is relatively safe at the moment. Just run, please. Run. Don't walk. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna put them on auto reload. $100. I think that should probably be more expensive,
I'll handle
but...
it.
And you see how they sneak through. They're very clever. They evade the areas of the turrets.
As you command.
But what I want here is also a fence. Unfortunately, I think this will be just fine. Put it as far as it will go. We control who enters and who leaves. Okay, you can't just do that. You need to keep moving.
Ready to go. Away team is under attack.
Uh-oh, they're coming all from this area. That means they're probably on the way to our base. Can you please take care of this? And... okay, they've just taken another area. You have to micromanage a lot, but you know, that's part of a strategy game. And I actually really enjoy this. I feel very optimistic about the future of strategy games as I'm seeing this.
On station. Caution. A unit has been infected. Moving
And oh, so many people are dying, and it's not a good thing. What is happening here? Why are you just looking at them?
I'm at your command.
You all have ammo.
Awaiting orders.
I don't know what's going on here. They just look at them.
Out.
Our grip on this area is becoming more tenuous by the minute. Right, you're gonna aim a bit forward.
I have a bad feeling
Keep
about
going,
this.
don't stop.
As you wish.
Okay, this area I think is now good, and we'll just upgrade everything here. We do have the money. This flimsy little fence is not good enough. And I just need a gate here that's in range of the power plant.
On the go. Ready to go.
Open the gate, get through, seal the gate. Right, so at least we can worry a little bit less about that area. If they do come this way, we'll know at least. Yikes. And they're out of ammo. Ooh, okay, get back to this place. Run.
As you command.
Should have done an ammo drop, but oh well.
Moving there.
I have a bad feeling about this. Give me orders. I'll handle it.
Make sure no one is infected in this group.
On station.
And Brooke Robinson, you are the one with the dubious task to reinforce Memorial Heights. And then we'll take everyone here with the exception of the engineer.
I've got your 6. As you order.
And you will take that area.
Moving there.
So far so good, I guess. It's quite challenging because they have to keep watching their backs as well, and their sides. Right, get rid of this mess.
Ready to go.
Right, back to the point.
A unit has been infected.
No, who's been infected where? Oh, yeah. Now it's a race against time. You have to capture this point and get the medical van. Come on. Okay, medical van, and everyone gets close, and then they won't turn. Right, at least we've locked this area down. I don't think we need to put a fence here. We're not going to put a permanent base here. Rather, we'll do that here in the Memorial Heights.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Now, the problem with this is
I've got this under
it's
control.
quite a challenge to protect this area, just because of how many gaps there are in the
I'm at your command.
defenses here.
As you wish.
I think we'll just start plugging the holes. Now again, you get me, who wants to make sure it's lined up nicely, and in the meantime we're getting killed by hordes. But anyway, 4 minutes until the next horde. Don't run around. You don't have to go all the way around to finish the wall, please. Just do it there, thank you. You have to really watch them, otherwise they'll try to run around. And that's all that we needed. Right. Generator right there, please. You have to make sure also that you don't put your turrets or generators and things right next to the wall, because you get the ranged units as well. They spit some kind of acid onto the things, and you don't want that.
Ready to go.
Reload, and then we are going to this point here. It's very close, and we'll just run right back again. There's 1200 people there at the frontier pier, so we don't want them to get a hold on that. And that will be quick, and generally they'll have to go through this area, the frontier station, to get to the pier anyway. They don't have the barracks in the back here, the military barracks or the wetland preserve yet. The barracks is actually really defensible. This is where I stopped with that last save of mine. You have one entry point and that's it. The rest of it is inaccessible to the enemy. I wonder if we could actually get there before them. It's going to be really dodgy, as they say, just because of how many pods there are, but I'm going to try.
On the go.
This is something I've not done before. So you're not going to fire on anybody, you're just going to run until you get to the barracks.
As you wish.
And if you get there, you get there. If you don't, you don't. Not to be cruel or evil, we just have to prevent them from getting in there first. And then for this area, you've done the... You see, they're in the wetland area anyway. I think one turret will be enough here. Just have to make sure they can reach all over this area. So the turret can shoot over these barriers, and I assume then it also fires between these fences basically. And then I wonder if we shouldn't get another engineer. Delta team,
At your command.
run, and you are going to get somewhere on the bridge where we can just put another gate to just protect the back area. Right, so far so good for Kim Moore. It is night time, but they are not super active, but running through a pod is not a good idea. I wonder if they'll pursue the whole way.
On the go.
Ay, 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 you don't stop running, right? You just keep running. Imagine being her. You do not stop running. Don't look back. Eee, that's gonna be ugly.
OA team is under
If she can hide somewhere in the barracks, that might be a... Ah, and then she's killed. Damn, she got so close. That was stupid, but it was worth trying.
on station.
I think, should we try again? I am going to try again. Let's put the wall here. You have to be careful of barriers like this. And of course, when they stand in the way, they can't build the wall either. Which is a bit of a problem. Right, so that's another just insurance for us to make sure the south of the island is safe. I wonder if we shouldn't take this group and just keep pushing forward. Do it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The closer we can get to the barracks, or at least opening a path to the barracks, the better. That can be our final stand if that happens, if it comes to that.
Moving out.
It will be done. Moving out.
At your command. Ready to go.
Right, so there's another gap. Some places you get problems like this where it doesn't want to build, then you have to find another way. Now that will seal it. And there's fighting happening here. Push forward. There's 2 pods in this block. And they're also here, but that shouldn't be a problem. These really remind me of the second Alien movie. I think there was a deleted scene or something also with these turrets. So it's a real throwback to that. Anyway, I just have to make sure they are on auto reload. You see, they do get these extra cases of ammo, so I love the attention to detail. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Give me orders.
Get some grenades. Luckily we can afford it because of all the territory we control.
Orders.
Next is up there, so you're gonna have to get up there as quick as possible. And I see they keep trying here and here.
As you order.
And now he can't get there.
Command.
If you die, it's your own fault.
I've got this under control.
Braddock Parkway, I think that's just to the north.
As you wish.
Your away team is under attack.
They're fine. Famous last words, I
Ready to
guess.
go. I've got your 6. I've got your 6.
And as the game progresses, you'll see we get more and more difficult enemies. Right now it's fairly easy, I think. And you get constant infections. There's a difficult one already. They explode as well, I think.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Just keep going, don't stop. Right, we've done it. Back to the control point and then back to the center. Then I just have to upgrade these to the enhanced walls and then get back to the
I'm at your command.
inner part of the
At your
base.
command.
Another generator, just put it right there. The problem with the generators also, I've noticed, if you want to concentrate a lot of turrets in one place, they prevent you from doing that. But now saying that, I wonder if it's not a design choice, so you don't over concentrate your guns. So even if you have like 2 or 3 generators, you can still only have 3 guns in that same zone, because the guns only recognize one of the generators. Right, we're doing okay here. Is everyone fine? This is a problem area because of these structures in the way. So they can often sneak around and then start attacking the fence without the guns reaching them. So I wonder if we shouldn't redesign that a little. And they've taken the pier, which I said they would struggle
On the
with.
go.
Get back there right now.
At your command.
That's a lot of people that will be infected. We need more engineers. Where are the engineers?
Give me orders.
Build a power plant, and we'll need a reinforced gate, which needs the power.
Your away team is under attack.
They're always under attack. When are they not? Right.
Ready to go.
Open the gate. Get through, get through, get through. Close the gate.
I'll handle it.
We just need to start locking down these areas. I don't even know who's in what team anymore.
You command.
And this, what's this? They've taken this area back. No, you can't let that happen. Are you crazy?
Clear the area.
Something is moving out there.
It's always moving out there.
I'm ready.
You see it coming up, right?
It's time to act.
Don't get ambushed like that.
As you command.
Right, some more guns, please. Memorial Heights is back in our control.
A unit has been killed.
Oh, come on.
A unit has been killed.
No!
Give me orders.
How is this happening? Oh, they're out of ammo. Okay, never mind. Get back.
As you order.
Warning. A unit has been
As you
killed.
wish.
That didn't go as planned, but we're gonna have to get back there really soon.
Ready to go. Moving out.
There's only 4 of them left.
I think I see something. At your command.
Okay, we're gonna have to dig in here as well. Yay. It's never a dull moment, but that's what I like.
Give me orders.
Now we're gonna have to get a gun right here that can cover the whole entrance. Of course, to the zombies everywhere is an entrance. Okay, I'm not worried about infections here because we're right next to the medical truck. See, now they start with their mass infections.
As you order.
It's not even a horde time. Because they have a base right here now and they have lots of people there.
On station.
Enemy sighted.
Now we're just gonna have to get some guns here. And patient 0 is right here in the pier now, digging in. Ah, she's the only one who can build those mounds. So once she's dead, they can't replace them.
I'll handle it. Give me orders.
Come on.
Something is
As
moving
you
out
wish.
there.
On the go.
Your away team is under attack.
No.
I'll handle it.
As you command. Hostile. As you order.
This is a problem. They're coming from too many sides. But okay, the gun is online. Get out from there, for goodness sake.
Your away team is online.
And they blew it up. Put it back. And we're gonna just do a... Can't even do a bombing run there. Right, we're gonna need a lot more troops right now. And I don't even care which team they go into. We'll use some heavies actually.
Your away team is under attack.
Tell me what to kill.
Aye, sir. I'm at your command.
Copy that. Ready and willing, sir.
Right, you just get there now.
A unit has been lost.
Uh-oh, they're overrunning it.
I'm not getting
A
paid
unit
by the
team
hour.
is under attack.
If there's anyone left, get out.
Give me orders. Moving there. As you command.
That's bad. Losing the frontier pier is the worst thing that can happen. That gives them a huge supply of people. You see, much more than the frontier station and for many of the other places.
Copy that.
Actually, why don't we go back? We have this
Ready to
group
go.
here now.
Proud to serve.
You're all number 2 and you're all going back.
Ready to go.
We cannot afford them digging in there. And then
Ready to
this
go.
Brooke Robinson, you must keep sealing up some of these gaps here.
Give me orders.
Again, they can't get over these hedges here, even though realistically they should, but it's a good obstacle. It's much
What are your
better that
orders?
way. Otherwise they could get in anywhere.
This under control. Awaiting orders.
And they've destroyed the facilities there.
What are your orders? It's time to act. Fall in.
And it's going down at the frontier pier.
Proud to serve.
Please don't just stand there.
I have a lot of bullets ready
Your
to
away
use.
team is under attack.
My trigger finger is itching, sir. I'm at your command.
Once we can get here, I'll deploy the heavies.
What do you want? Aye, sir. Ready and willing, sir. Setting up 5-5. Uncle Sam isn't gonna like that.
Well, Uncle Sam isn't gonna like more infections either.
Enemy sighted.
Proud to serve. I'm at your command.
That's bad.
Shoot.
A unit has been
I'm at your
killed.
command.
Oh no, get out.
My trigger finger is
Oh,
itching,
they're
sir.
stuck here now.
Aye, sir.
A unit has been lost.
And now they're getting killed there. Wonderful, because it was a place everyone got stuck. Ah, good grief. Well, comrades, I think this is a good place to end off this episode. Let's do a few more and see if we can get anywhere. right now everything is hanging in the balance. I think it's a nice cliffhanger to end off on, not make it too super long. And so yes, Frontier Station and Frontier Pier, this is the one I'm really worried about. That 1,100 people, that's going to be a big problem for us. Luckily this one, Sabre Harbor, is still secure. Just want to make sure all of the turrets are on auto refill. And then of course we have this area locked down. And if you see this green circle here, I think that's a super pod. Yes, that's a lot of bodies right there, and they breed in there and spread the infection. But at least we have Memorial Heights locked down, or not quite locked down, but more or less. Right, we'll end it here, comrades, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, and let's hope the rest of this year does not bring more infections.